everyone, it's Morphin Mania time. Welcome back. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jason.
And I'm DJ.
And tonight, we're going to handle 3 episodes of Season 2, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We should have done Beauty and the Beast last time. I was not looking ahead, folks. The very next thing after Beauty and the Beast is both parts of White Light, which I didn't realize we were up on yet. And when somebody, I think it was you, DJ, made a joke about, at one point, we were watching an episode, and you made a joke about how it's like, like, you know, dry it up, Tommy. We've only got like 2 episodes before you're going to be the White Ranger. I thought that was hyperbolic. He only had 2 episodes before he becomes the White Ranger. So anyway, welcome everybody watching live. Lots of folks there in the comments right now. Thanks for joining us. There's Bag Studios. I just critiqued a story of his earlier in the creative writing workshop. So he's spending apparently the whole evening and maybe into the night with us here on the channel. So anyway, Ciro was the one who was making fun of Tommy, saying like, cry me a river. You've got 2 episodes. So anyway, all right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this. If you are watching live, make sure and click on the Rabbit Room in the description. There's a link there, and that will allow you, if you don't know about this already, that will allow you to watch exactly what we're watching as we're watching it, see the very stream that we are broadcasting. And if you're watching this after the fact, that isn't possible. And so you'll need to get your Netflix, your DVD, get a timestamp 0, make sure you're watching episode 16, Beauty and the Beast, and get ready to press play when I say now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. Vac is here. He says, White Light, one of the few actual highlights of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, man. Not a fan.
not a fan. No, he likes a lot of later stuff, I think. Okay, guys, let's jump right into it.
It's Morphin time.
Everybody, please press play right now. No, that's Zio.
Oh, yeah.
So we had my stepdad, Jeff, on last time. He had a real normal person perspective on Power Rangers.
I hope you had fun. They weren't the greatest.
He sent me a message later, and he was like that. He was like, I had a blast. Thanks for having me on. So I'm sure he'll come back at some point. But it kind of gives you a sense of perspective when you watch these shows with people that have never seen them before, because I can't say that it doesn't, to some degree, maybe drop your standards just a little bit when you watch a ton of this, and you get kind of used to the goofiness. And I always say, like, you have to compare Power Rangers to Power Rangers. Like I always say, this is good for Power Rangers when it's good. Yeah. But Jeff seemed very perplexed by the notion that what we were watching was somehow worse than what we had been watching.
Well, I wonder if he would have thought so if he had seen some of the good stuff.
It's hard to say. Yeah, I was hoping that we'd get like a couple of really killer episodes in the middle of that not so great stuff. That real season 1 type stuff. Everybody's asking if Jason got a haircut. Jason did get a haircut.
I did get a haircut.
Getting complimented on your haircut. Hey, John Stewart, I like your directing style, but you directed some bad episodes last time, buddy. We're hoping this picks up a little bit.
Sorry the scripts you've been given, dude.
Yeah, that's not his fault. He didn't write them. One of them was written by Judd Lynn, and it was pretty bad. I think Goldar is easier to do than Zed.
Yeah, Zed is painful.
Well, and especially because Axelrod has such a like distinct, specific voice. Like doing an Axelrod, making it sound good is hard. Because no matter who is voicing, you can tell it's Axelrod.
That's true.
Even though if Finster and Zed sound different, because those are the 2 voices he can do, but you can still tell it's him.
So she's going to a psychic.
Oh, those always work out. Those always tell you exactly what's going to happen. You can trust psychics.
Of course, Billy's skeptical. That makes sense. That tracks.
Yep, he's the Scully of the group.
Oh, we went to different shows, but
I was trying to hear what you said. Where'd you go?
I said John Locke.
Oh, John Locke. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But I
forgot you were a Lost guy.
Oh yeah, I love Lost.
Oh, DJ, we should talk about Lost at some point.
Lost
for the 15 people that are left that care about that show.
Lost Mania.
Don't say that, because I'll do it, man. Like I love Lost.
You like Lost?
Don't tempt me. I do. I like Lost. Don't tempt me because I'll do it.
I don't know if I could do season 4. I really don't like season 4.
Jason says, Cat, by not doing all of Jungle Fury, you're missing out on 2 awesome extra Rangers. Won't say whom. Well, we'll try to sprinkle with the ones that we do. We'll try to sprinkle in the good ones.
We definitely have to get the Rhino Ranger in because I love his design. He's one of my favorite designs.
Okay.
You like the Rhino Ranger, really?
I'm sorry, Jason.
Some nice alliteration.
No, sir. I kind of like him. I like the Wolf Ranger better.
He's played by the actor from Daredevil season 1, the Russian guy.
Vax says Lost has some surprisingly hardcore fans. Yeah, but the people that I run into like used to be, but aren't as much anymore. I have never lost my love for that show, despite all the stuff that they clearly had no idea what they were doing and where they were going. And I like the ending better than some people, but a lot of my issues with the end of that show don't have anything to do with that last episode, really.
Yeah, we could talk about it later.
Yeah. We don't have to do it now, obviously.
Let's talk about Indiana Bulk here.
That's a show I'd watch.
And apparently Confederate Soldier Skull.
I
don't know why.
I think he could have carried his own comedy. I really do.
Yeah, I'd like to see him. I wish he would have done other things.
Give him better material. I think he could be really funny.
Or at least,
I wonder what kind of a dramatic actor he might have been, because I'm telling you, I think he's more of a real actor than most of the Ranger actors.
Yeah, was it he never could get his big break, or he never tried?
I'm not sure. It's a good question. I wasn't a jerk enough to ask him that when I met him.
Yeah, why'd your career never take off?
Yeah, how come you're known for just the Power Rangers character?
That would have been great.
While I'm filming him? Because I was filming him, and he let me ask him a couple questions when he was done talking to Jason, and I guess I could have asked him that. Instead, I went for the safe question, which was, when you were in the Power Ranger movie, did you jump out of that airplane? That was what I asked him.
Oh, man, when we get to there, I have to talk about, I actually had a book of that movie, but it was weird. It showed like behind the scenes stuff, and it showed them just like hanging on wires in the skydiving outfits. Which, when I was a kid, was how I learned that that's how they did that.
When I asked him that, he said, that's what stunt people are for. So, when we cast spells on people, we do it in, like, a million different ways. It's a different method every time. This time we've got magic dust. Sometimes it's just Zed and a staff. You know, sometimes it's, like, in the water. It's like, we just...
They're very diverse with their magic methods.
Well, Bag Studios, you if you want to, you can watch the show early because you are a patron. He said he was gonna watch some of these in January because he's missed some, but we got him. We got him there already. You can watch him now.
This monster, I know. He's a big part of. He's one of the early bosses in the movie game for Super Nintendo that I used to play all the time.
Really? That you sent me and I've not played yet.
Yeah.
I played it when I was a kid, but it's been so long I don't remember what's in it.
Yeah, I love that game.
Oh, Curtis is still in the show. They're waiting for Curtis.
Oh yeah, and then Richie. We got quite a cast amassing here.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're not doing anything with them. I know about as much about them as I do the Power Rangers.
I know Richie can make smoothies, and the other guy can dance and play the trumpet.
You know what? That's not fair. I know superficial things about the Rangers. I know that Billy is scared of fish, and I know that there's like an arachnophobia thing with Zach, and I know that Tommy used to forget everything that one time.
Yeah. That was very memorable. Ironically. So are they putting a spell on her to... Why would he turn her into
she's going to be his new queen. Because if this was a Saturday morning cartoon, that would be a plot. Obviously.
But he hates Rita. She failed him and she did terribly.
Oh, you're saying why would you make her act like Rita?
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't like that Rita failed, but he's fine with everything else about her. You know, he likes the aesthetic. Okay, his big dream in life is to marry a witch. You know,
so for some reason he likes the loud, obnoxious, horrible voice.
We do fun things sometimes with putties when we have them, beam in. Like they were all up on a log. That was fun.
Yeah. I was watching a documentary. I told you about this. I found it on YouTube. It's like a stunt documentary. And the guy, he said he used to tell the putties, go over there, think of something to do. And then they would just come up with some goofy thing where they're like holding hands or like doing the wave or something. Like just silly things.
That just sounds like a fun job. Vac says, from what we were talking about earlier, that he wants to see Bulk's actor do some stand-up. He says every time I see him off the cuff, he seems he would be amazing at it. I would be really surprised if he wasn't in an improv troupe. Like, yeah. He seems to be like a professional improv comedian.
So Zach has just completely stopped wearing black. He's wearing every color but black.
Yeah, Vac, we know that Zed and Rita get married later, but he says maybe the potion was just a helping hand and he actually finds her attractive. Yeah, maybe so. I always wondered about that.
That's true.
I mean, she's halfway there. She's bad, you know, and he just likes bad things.
Maybe he had to put her in maybe he had to put her in the dumpster because his overlord Dark Spectre, he wanted to impress him. He didn't, but he actually hated doing it because he loves her.
I mean, I wasn't really seeing that in the performance.
No, he's excited about it.
He seemed like he was real ready to get rid of her, and he seems real appalled by her when she comes back, and then she, you know, does a magic spell and makes him, you know, love her. But
this is a weird fight. Why is Billy morphed and Zach isn't?
Because Zach is at a different place helping his cousins.
Oh, he can't morph. Gotcha. Thank you, Jason.
No, he doesn't want to morph because he's only fighting a few putties.
And he's with his cousin.
Yeah, you can't morph because he'll see him.
Yeah. I mean, we're not worried about fighting in front of people. Like, Zordon should have a thing about that where he's like, okay, now remember, Rangers, if you fight like a Power Ranger, people might think you're a Power Ranger.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they do any like gravity defying stuff. So far, that was all pretty realistic.
But especially if you said, okay, we've already changed the voices. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was a weird Trini voice.
Yeah. Who are those bad clay dudes? You idiot. They're on the news constantly.
He's too busy playing the trumpet and dancing.
Yes, Jeffrey, that is one of the better Wasserman songs. Yep, fight's awesome. There's some really cool piano stuff in that song. And I didn't realize, see, it's so weird. Why do they do that? I think it's just so that she gets to act like Rita.
Yeah.
This is messed up.
Does she have? Oh, yep. She's still. Never mind.
You know, I'm glad Jeff wasn't here for this episode. He would have been really confused
because he'd never seen her. Man, those eyes are crazy.
She's doing a pretty good job. That's really funny. Okay, so it's sometimes funny when you get the ADR voice versus the on-set voice because they're in a cave. So her voice is echoey, but Goldar's voice is not. Dark Summer's Win. Was that cut necessary? Dark Summer's Win says, I should say I know who Rita is, but I'm very bad at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, I think we have a new guy who asked if he missed any of Mighty Morphin.
Yep, a lot of it.
I mean, if he missed it all, I think. But you didn't miss all of it. We're still here.
No, we're still here.
Season 2.
We still got more than a season and a half left. Yeah, we're not at the halfway point yet.
Why was she in the Rita suit? Like, he already probably didn't like the suit,
It
right?
seems like Goldar's idea.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
I'm not sure if Zed even came up with that. Okay, so you know what this mirror monster can do? he can make it look to appear like you disappeared. If you just a few of them stand in different places.
It's really throwing me off because he's a different color in the game. He's not blue and green. And it's really messing with my head. My nostalgia is not lining up with my eyes.
Mirror Maniac monster.
Vax says this monster looks like a Pokemon cosplayer.
He should be the mascot for the show. His name's Mirror Mania.
Oh, I forgot she morphed while she was in the Rita suit.
So
is she still evil and pretending like she's not, or
no? She was never evil.
She was never evil.
Yeah, she was just like acting like it because they put her in that suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but they put a spell on her, right? Did it just not work, or
it didn't work?
Put her to sleep.
Okay, well, see, I've been talking because I'm making a program.
Oh yeah.
And so you just fill us in on things that we miss. Okay, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Strangely, no key eyes coming from Jason there. I wonder why.
Why can't they just go back and use old ones?
I don't know.
Because especially when like this stuff's not Sentai footage. No, this stuff's not Sentai footage, but like they have to make a bunch of that stuff.
I love that punch.
Well, even that it wouldn't matter because you would still ADR it. You wouldn't do on what am I talking about? You would do on-set keying.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe some of it is from.
That says because editing is hard, you guys.
Maybe like
I've had to do that in my own projects where I just go back and I pull a sample from something I made already. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe some of the footage from the monster is from Kaku Ranger, but
yeah, I don't know which Sentai that one's from. It's a cool monster though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's from.
Wait, that doesn't make sense though. They must have shot this all out of order because Zach was in this episode a lot.
Yeah, I think they shot some stuff out of order. Well, that's what we were talking about before. Is I thought even way earlier in the season we heard somebody who wasn't actually themselves. So it's like we edited a bunch of things at the same time after they had already left. That's what I think happened.
Okay.
There's apparently
Jason Vax says it's from Die Ranger.
Oh, that's the.
I wanted him to say it's Morphin Time just because it's ridiculous.
That's the Alien Ranger one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the Alien Ranger one.
Jason
and
knows
that's
more
what
about this stuff than we do now.
From.
Yeah, that's
where Ninja comes from. Yeah,
I've looked into that one because that's my favorite.
That I knew, but I didn't know that was the name of it. Vax says all season 2 monsters except for the one from the first episode or from that serial.
There must be something in the Sentai that happened to that monster because his mirror's broken now, but they didn't really fight him.
Back Studios gives us a $5 super chat. Thanks, buddy. Trying to figure out the Doomsday Clock and Metal timeline. Oh, that's interesting. I discovered. Good luck. Because Doomsday Clock reads like an out-of-continuity thing, even though it's not supposed to be. I discovered Power Ranger Justice League comics. Any good? I also never discovered where those go. Yeah, I don't know continuity-wise where that would land if that doesn't read like a thing that's in continuity, but it's early Rebirth designs, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's not great, unfortunately. And I like that writer usually, but I didn't care for those. Not so good.
I thought I liked it.
Well, you might have, but I didn't. It's got Zed in it, but it's such an obligatory, real standard crossover.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. The art's not great. And it does some really weird, silly things toward the end. They don't have enough fun with putting those characters together.
Apparently, there's not a Sentai Zed.
Dark Summer's Wind, we do not currently have a P.O. box. If there's something you want to send me a message privately and we can talk about it. I'm going to open that again eventually, but I've been getting so many requests lately. I've been putting it off. So, yeah, we didn't do enough with that.
Interesting that Zach is in this episode, but the other two are not. Thought they all left at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is there. Cinematographic says not like Turtles Forever level fun. We're still talking about Power Rangers Justice League. No, not at all. It's pretty stale.
I missed what they were following. Oh, they were listening to the...
So we did this whole episode for one scene where Kimberly pretends to be Rita. And, like, it's a fun scene, but we could have done way more with that. It would have been really fun if she had convinced Zed and we got a scene with her and Zed. And Zed is ours, so we could put her on that set. It's not hard.
That is a hilarious promotion idea, that you would have a psychic hand out, trick people into going to your place for a free muffin.
Oh, I forgot the whole free muffin thing.
Like, how many people is a psychic turning over to you?
Vax says, and it was worth it. Yeah, I mean, it was, but we still could have done more with it. Compared to everything we've had in the past few episodes, I think that was kind of worth a two-parter, potentially.
Hey, there's a cool Zack fight in it. That's enough for me. Remember when we were so impressed with that cool like wood playground, and now they go there like every episode almost?
Yeah, just constantly. So yeah, we can't make a big deal out of that anymore. It's just there, and
yeah,
I guess that's a standing set. By set, like a playground that's nearby that they don't have to pay to use. Probably.
They just cleared off.
All right, folks, here it comes. White light. Yes, DJ?
Here we go.
White light obviously is a big deal. I always forget it's this early, and I think it's hilarious that it's so soon after he loses his Green Ranger powers again. And like, this mystery is going to be even sillier than the Green Ranger mystery, where like the whole time it's so obvious it's Tommy, and our heroes seem like complete idiots for not immediately guessing.
Well, this one they actually play as a mystery. The Green Ranger, they told us early before.
Yeah. Like we know already, and then it makes our characters idiots. Who's like, here's all the obvious things. We're like, I would know it even if I wasn't told it. And then we get to white light, and there's only one possible answer. Okay, is it possible? And I don't think so, but is it possible that Richie and that other guy are supposed to be red herrings?
I don't know. We could see.
Like, we introduced these other new like, even if they're not in this episode, like, we introduced these other new characters that have actually been in multiple episodes. So we had other people that you might think it would be, so you are surprised when it's Tommy. Tommy should have not been in like 15 episodes before we got to White Light.
Mm-hmm.
And there should have been like 4 other characters that do martial arts.
Yeah, but they specifically didn't do anything when they were at the playground. Zack fought all of them. They just kind of stood there and waited till he was done. So if they wanted to do that, I feel like they would have had them do something.
Yeah, and Ciro, I know about this. Ciro says, okay, so the original plan was for Brad Hawkins, who played the main character Ryan Steele in VR Troopers, to be the White Ranger, but because of Jason David Frank's popularity, they switched shows. And so, like, this is not what they were going to do originally in the first place, but, like, we would have been surprised if someone new walked in, but A, you're going to set that up, right? Like, it's not going to be a character we've never seen before, I wouldn't think. And B, when it does turn out to be Tommy, no one's surprised. And the Ranger shouldn't be either. And because, like, you're going to make a new Ranger, so there's no reason for it not to be Tommy. Again, he was just fighting with you 10 minutes ago. Like,
yeah, Kimberly is stupid.
Say he moved to New Jersey or something. You know, be like, well, of course it's not gonna be Tommy. He left already. He moved. Like, where is he right now? Once again, he's not a Ranger, so he can't hang out with the Rangers.
Oh no, they can't hang out with that. He's just I don't know. That's that.
Oh, Vax says I'm right about that being why Richie and Curtis were introduced. He says the producer said so in interviews. They don't make that very explicit at all. Even in sequence, watching this before, I have never had that thought until right now.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We're watching.
Subtle.
Sure, yeah. Most things that you could give Power Rangers credit for being subtle were things that should be explicit and are not. All right, here we go. If you are watching this after the fact, make sure that you are looking at episode 17. It's White Light Part 1. We're going to watch both parts. Right now, this is going to be an extra special, longer episode of Morphin Mania. And if you are watching live, make sure and click on the rabbit room in the description, especially if you just popped in and you don't have any idea what we're doing. And you can see exactly what we're watching as we're watching it. Here we go, folks. Everybody please press play right now. David's back. We haven't seen him in a little while. He says, looks like some Mighty Morphin shenanigans are going on in here. And Jeffrey says that Tommy's stuck in traffic and he can't morph. Is that what's going on?
It's interesting that we have the same thing with both the Green Saga and the White Saga, that they're always way earlier than we thought they were in the season.
Yep.
We had the same thing with Green Ranger Saga.
I mean, I didn't, because I had done a commentary on that a few years ago, but White, I really did not remember being this early.
Yeah. Poor guy who got stuck with VR Troopers, right? He could have been the White Ranger.
Yeah. And wasn't Tommy supposed to be in VR Troopers? Wasn't that the show?
Yeah, they were going to switch.
And actually, didn't he shoot a pilot with them? Am I remembering that right?
I don't know if I have never seen the pilot. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm sure Vac will remember and can tell us. I thought that happened. But, yeah, he's already wearing white. Oh, that's not him. For a minute, I thought that was Tommy, just walking around in white.
So this is their outfit for a while. I didn't remember this. This is like their investigative outfit? I don't know.
Oh, they just keep wearing these because they're investigating? Even though they're not in, the Congo?
Or the Civil War?
Oh, I was right about that. Yeah, Vac says there is a pilot for VR Troopers with Jason David Frank. It's called Cybertron? Oh, and in that one, there's only one of them. So what was it called? VR Trooper? Jonathan Zactor. So,
oh wow,
I remember watching this when it was on, and doing the last time on Power Rangers thing, and hearing Kimberly say that like 8 times.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
Tommy's coming back.
Yeah.
So he is out of town somewhere. He is somewhere.
Yeah, but establishing him again at the beginning makes everyone think he's going to be the new Ranger. That's the problem. I mean, even if he wasn't mentioned, you already wouldn't be surprised. But it's even sillier when it's like, oh, he's coming back. It's like, you think he's got to be a red herring, because wouldn't it be crazy if they went with the obvious choice? Of course, I'm talking about when this originally aired, because after this, White Ranger becomes the biggest thing on the planet. Like, you thought Green Ranger was a big deal. Oh my God. It doesn't even hold a candle. It doesn't even hold a green candle. How big of a deal White Ranger was.
Well, yeah, because White Ranger's actually in a lot of episodes. Not.
Oh, it was just everywhere.
Which is a shame, because I like the Green Ranger suit a lot better. For me, anyway. Which one do you like?
We've talked about this before. I mean, I think technically, I don't know. I don't even remember what I said last time. I go back and forth on this, like,
yeah.
Because it's a nostalgia versus like what I think is actually the like I think technically the Green Ranger suit is kind of cooler, maybe, but like I have a lot more nostalgia for White Ranger. This was right around when I started watching when it was on, and so I fell in love with Zed during the White stuff.
Well, I understand people who would like White better because it's more unique, obviously, because it's the only one from that Sentai that we've got.
It looks completely different. He just feels like such a big deal. The Tiger Zord's really cool. It's got a battle mode. The Dragon Zord didn't really have that.
I think it's really lucky that they got a Ranger that was so close to the Green Ranger. Like, they're lucky that the Sentai, that 6th Ranger, looks so similar to the Green Ranger. Like, he's got the shield also. And they just look really similar. Like, a lot of the other 6 Rangers don't look anything like them.
Yeah. Vac is I don't think he's wrong about this. He says the best suit Tommy ever wore was the Brachio Ranger in Dino Thunder. I can't disagree with that. I love the Brachio suit.
Brachio's cool. I've been playing with them at the game.
Really Brachio cool. Is at least as cool, as green and white, but I don't know that it doesn't transcend it a little bit. I also like the white suit in that show a lot.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And then they made a new version of the Spider-Man 2099 suit that looks like that costume.
I've seen that.
And it's in the Spider-Man PS4 game.
He's got those really long, because 2099 has claws, but like that new one has long claws.
Yes.
Like Super Dino mode.
Oh no, something crashed.
Hey, Dad.
We better go get it while everybody else is running away. What?
Can you put in subtitles?
Oh, did I not have subtitles on?
Yeah.
The subtitles keep going away.
They're tricksy little subtitles.
This is such a dialogue-driven show.
Okay, he's wearing
that
pants.
I should just
too.
immediately notice.
It looks like he's in a Civil War reenactment. Even as the
he
pants.
really does. So the dumpster comes back, and we do this all at the same time. We're making a new suit. I'm kind of surprised they don't open with that. Like, we haven't seen the command center yet, and the fact that Zordon and Alpha are nowhere to be found.
Oh, we have. We watched.
Did we already do that?
Go through the black hole.
I must have been looking away when that happened because I remember that, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I was going to point it out because it was
we're
weird.
Getting a lot more comments today because we're watching White Light.
Yeah.
Bum 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 bum. I think Rita's theme doesn't get enough love. It's a good theme.
Don't they like keep her in their garage for a little bit?
Yes, and because they try to get it open.
Oh, okay.
See, they can take it to his dad's workshop.
You literally just burned your hands. How did you forget that fast? They should crawl down that hole and get telepathic
Because
power.
these guys are clearly the kind of people that if they touch an electric fence, they would just keep touching it. You know,
I like to think that Chronicle is in continuity with this, and that's the hole.
Yeah, that's great. Which is funny because then the 2017 movie it looks like Chronicle. That movie is clearly heavily lifting from Chronicle.
Which I'm not complaining. I love Chronicle. Chronicle's great.
I also love Chronicle. I'm pretty sure that makes Ninja Turtles. You should stay away from that.
So much stuff is happening at once. It's like Part 1 again.
Yeah, it's like the reverse of the first episode of this season. Like, this only takes 2 episodes, and we don't have people driving around on ATVs the whole time to stretch it out, and it feels like it... I don't want to say it could have been 3 necessarily until we get to the end of it, but yeah, a lot's going on. And that is legitimately kind of creepy looking.
That's a creepy image.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's from Ghostbusters. Hey, I wonder what the secret of that ooze is.
It makes turtles bigger.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's the secret.
I knew that already. I don't... But now I know the name of where it came from, TCRI. Oh, wait, they knew that also.
I mean, it makes
or at least Splinter did, because he was just hanging on to the canister the whole time. Splinter's like, here's the secret, 5 minutes in. This is the secret. But yeah, this is legitimately kind of unnerving looking. Like it's great.
Ooh.
See, now they got to contact Zordon, but he's not gonna come in because Zordon is like really overly dramatic and theatrical.
Yeah, he could have tell them that he'd be out of the office for a couple days.
I'm busy making it easier for you to beat bad guys. I guess they act like they just wanted to surprise him. It's like Christmas. But all he had to say was, well, we can't we're not gonna be around for a while. We got things to do. I gotta go off to another dimension than the one I'm in right now.
I want to see the scene where Alpha and Zordon are in that cave, and it's like a Tony Stark montage where he builds the first Iron Man suit, and Alpha's just hammering.
Jeffrey says Zordon is also stuck in traffic. And Vac says that hand looks like something out of Buffy. That does look like something out of Buffy. Except there it would be in a graveyard. And there would be some crazy person who had a statue built for them for after they died that was a giant hand.
Okay, so that was a stunt double for Trini. And they clearly had someone else besides Trini doing the yells also. It was weird.
And then I'm sure that zoom in was from another episode.
Well, I think she's there. I think it was just Trini couldn't do what that stunt double was doing.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
because I'm still confused as to whether or not all of our characters are always.
No, I think at least this episode was filmed.
Yes, but how much of it? That's
that's true.
Zach has really crazy hair in this season. Like, I don't like Zach's hair in this season.
Well, just because he has dreadlocks now and he didn't before.
Yeah.
You don't care for dreadlocks?
Yeah.
That should have been your new haircut, Jason.
No.
Should have got the.
I
braid.
don't think that would have been a cut, though. I think you'd have to grow it out some more.
That's true. Man, that was a long kick.
Yeah, that was cool. It was a good fight.
Oh, that was my signature, by the way. When I was on the demo team, I used to do a flying side kick like that, and we would like get people from the audience to like sit, and I would jump over them. That was fun.
What were they doing?
If we go to Paramorphicon together, I'll be a putty, and you can just kick me all over the place. Like, just beat the crap out of me the whole time.
And I'll be the Gold Ranger from Zia.
I've done that at a con before. I went to Dragon Con in a Spider-Man
Beat up a putty?
No. But I just like started flipping with my friend who went with me also as Static Shock and or as Nightcrawler that year, and everybody like circled around us. It was crazy.
Oh, that's really cool. This dumpster thing, I never remember being in this episode. I always remember this part, but I guess the reason I've seen it so many times is because I've gone back to White Light a few times, and I was like, why do I always see this part? Oh, yeah, because White Light's an important episode, and I've watched it a bunch of times.
Yeah, so much is going on in this episode. I get this kind of in my head, not confused, but it kind of runs together with all their garage shenanigans with Goldar and Rito.
Oh, that makes sense. What's really cool about this is that unlike Green Medieval, which really stretches things out and is cool because of the places where it feels really epic and because we get a new Ranger, this isn't cool just because we get a new Ranger. Like, they actually do some stuff.
The heck?
And there's some nice. I mean, that is legitimately kind of creepy.
You can see the eyes behind it. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's unnerving. But I like that we're building to it the whole time. Where like already this far into the first part of this, we don't know what it's about yet. Like, I really like that. Like kids wouldn't know we were building to a new Ranger yet. What's going on to Tommy?
The heck?
I think they just kidnap him. Zordon and Alpha.
Nimrod the Scarlet Sentinel.
That is not the last time we will come back to Tommy after he's been gone for a while on a beach.
Okay, so why do we turn off all the lights, but we clearly leave on all the lights?
That's just a film and television thing.
Billy explains it, but no, it's not though. Okay, so it could be supposedly pitch black, but we see enough light so that we can see them. I get that. Why are all the lights on?
Yeah,
this makes me wonder what was creating the light in this room in the first place, because they still have the towers and stuff, all that's on, and Billy's like, oh, the auxiliary power is still on, but like it looks like everything is on. Okay, I guess the ones in the background are flashing a different color than normal. Cinematographic says, the heck, Jason 2018.
Well, most of the light comes from Zordon's tube, and he's not there, so.
Back Studio says, the way the rabbit room is slightly ahead of the YouTube chat, mine synced with Tommy just emerging from the water and Jason saying, the heck? Is that an actress we never use again?
I don't know. I didn't get a good look.
Yeah, her face is not familiar to me. I mean, I've seen this, but it's not like, I don't think it's the same actress we use later on, but I'm not sure. And see, we're going to get a monster that's not nearly as creepy as the actual hand.
Yeah, it's weird that it's not a hand-looking monster. It's just like
a hand statue that turns into a monster. It should be like a big freaking hand.
Yeah.
That just flies around, is giant in the first place.
Yeah, it's like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, it should be Master Hand. And in Power Rangers, Master Hand would be a perfectly reasonable name for a monster. And this predates Master Hand. They could have had that. They could have had Master Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was 64? Was that 96?
60. Well, Super Smash Brothers was 98.
Vax says that is the actress that we have for the rest of the show. He's pretty sure. She looked different to me. For a second, I thought it was like leftover Sentai footage, but I don't think it is. Huh!
Oh, she is kind of a hand.
She's got like a hand back. She's like if your bed headboard was a hand, you know?
No, that's a baseball
But
glove.
fuzzy. Oh, it's a baseball glove head?
Yeah, it's a baseball glove.
These are the kinds of conversations you don't get to have doing a commentary on anything else.
No. I'm just guessing that.
Okay. But that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a statue of a baseball glove.
It's got like a hand, but it has like a webbed part here. So I see where he's getting the baseball glove. But see that web thing over there? That's weird.
Yeah.
Is that Lipstick Monster in season 3? You know that Lipstick Monster that's in the Megazord fighter?
Yeah, she's in the Megazord fighter. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Lip Sync? No. Lip Syncer? Is that her name?
Just as plausible.
I used to know that. I like that monster. I think it was pretty cool. But they should have put the microphone monster in there. They should have put the Hail Lord Zed guy in there.
But I think it was like a season 3's game because it had the Ninja Megazords.
It was. Did they not use? Were all the monsters from season 3?
I don't know. There's that other
only
blue
had, like,
guy.
3.
Yeah, the blue guy with like the claws. But I don't remember him.
Oh yes, that's. I used to know the name of that one.
He's got like one eye.
They picked good monsters for that game.
Yeah. I love the Ninja Megazord. And that game is so fast.
DJ Back Studio says, "Oh my god, I just noticed DJ has his DVDs arranged by color." Holy crap, dude! Everybody comments on that.
It's like one person every few days.
Hey DJ, may I state just a really, really obvious fact, or maybe an opinion? Can I say an obvious opinion that you'll agree with? This is a really, really fun episode.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, this is what you come to Power Rangers for. It's an obvious thing to say, but like, it feels even better after so many mediocre episodes in a row. Like, the last one was okay, but like, we watched 6 just not good episodes the other day.
Look, it's DC.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She's like got a triplet thing going on. I wonder what that was like in this entire.
Wait a minute. AC/DC.
AC/DC.
What?
Wait, didn't he just say he was going to get out? Why did he like fall?
I always like it when Bulk and Skull are like this close to the mythology. And again, eventually they should have actually gotten to know stuff. Oh no, Vac, you're right. I think that is her. She keeps having her eyes closed, and so I guess she looked a little different to me. DJ, other people are like, oh, I didn't even notice that his DVDs were arranged that way.
Yeah, it goes red to yellow. I mean, white to yellow, orange, red.
Yep. Which is appropriate because we're doing a series on a show obsessed with colors.
Exactly. That's what I did it for, just this show. No, that's not what I did it for. I did it because it's in our main living room and we wanted it to look nicer.
Okay, so does Zordon not know what's going on even though he is omniscient?
Well, he's closed himself off. He's focused.
Oh, okay.
He's cranked up the AC/DC and he's working on that new suit.
Because he's so focused on that. He's using all of his power, on the new suit. Now, it's weird that he couldn't use any more of his own power to power Tommy some more, but he can help make this, because I'm pretty sure they use power from Zordon as part of how they make this new Ranger happen. And this is one of those many, many Power Ranger things that we treat as way more mystifying than it turns out to actually be.
Oh man, we use this footage like in the opener later.
Yes, that's what and it doesn't look good. Why would you do that?
He's like falling, but he's not falling.
The phase capacitance program. Yeah, that falling effect is really bad. It is difficult to do green screen putting white right behind it. White's not a good color for that. You need to be on white in the first place. Just find a white background.
The white suit does not look good without the vest.
No, we were talking about. There's other people in the comments were talking about that earlier. Okay, there we go. Man, so much is going on in that episode.
Yeah, that's great. That's one of the best so far.
One of the only times I have felt like we could not talk about everything we were seeing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And I think part 2 is just as good, if memory serves.
Or better.
A lot of season 2 and 3 starts to really find a better sense of pacing. And I'm saying that after we just watched some stuff that could have been in season 1.
Yeah. Hopefully that's the last of it.
I hope so. We had a back 20 day the other day. But anyway, or maybe for some of you yesterday. Anyway, well, DJ and Jason, we're gonna go on now to the last part of White Light.
Yay!
I'm so excited that we're in this stuff now because this is what I remember from my childhood. Like, I've gone back to all of this, but like this is the stuff that really takes me back.
This is why Morphin Mania exists.
It is. It really is. That and Dino Thunder.
Yes.
Dino Thunder also has a lot to do with why Morphin Mania exists. Dino Thunder, I want to do a rewind on. I want to do a whole analysis on that show.
Hey, that could be your next season that you do.
Yeah. Some folks had asked me if I would try to do, the rest of Mighty Morphin that way, and I don't know if I really want to. One was interesting because it was the beginning of it, and I was talking about a lot of just the, ideas they started with, but I don't know if I would do the rest of it. Maybe
do the rest of it.
Maybe Alien by itself.
That'd be cool. That'd be a nice miniseries.
Where I just spend the first 2 paragraphs complaining about how people call it Alien Rangers, and it's part of season 3, but then in my title it says Alien Rangers. All right, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
As long as you don't put season 3.5, that's the worst.
Yeah, but that's at least communicative. You know what I mean?
So you know where it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Where it goes.
I don't like that it just says Alien Rangers on Netflix. Like, where does that fall? Where am I supposed to watch that? You have to use Wiki or something if you don't know Power Rangers to watch Power Rangers on Netflix.
Yeah. I mean, none of them after that have numbers, so I mean, you have to.
If you're a child just running around Netflix with parents that don't care what you're watching, which is not okay, parents, but with parents that don't care what you're watching, and you just start watching random episodes of Power Rangers, you need a guide. You need an adult guide.
Why?
Because without me, you would have had no idea what order you were supposed to watch this stuff in.
Oh, yeah.
Early on. I mean, like, you research things on the internet and stuff, you would have figured it out. But for kids whose parents just don't pay attention to them, they never would have figured that out, and
watch them in order, kids.
That's so weird. It looks like he's just wearing a sweatshirt.
No, Billy, your line is, I hope that's not all of it. This is a Shugi Levy script.
It's weird.
John says that's why there's a kid version of Netflix. Yeah, that's fair. But even with that, I don't mean to be in a soapbox, but parents should be paying attention to what their kids are watching.
Yeah, parents, watch stuff with your kids. It's great.
Okay, so Zed has more of a filter on his voice right now.
Oh yeah, it's like a robotic.
Hear that? It sounds metallic-y, yeah.
Yeah.
I am Lord Zed!
You really need to work on that.
My voice is messed up!
Jason!
You will rue the day that you made fun of my really crappy Zed voice that I'm going to work on! You can't work on a Zed voice for more than 5 seconds at a time, though.
Just lots of water.
Okay, so, Billy, I hate to disappoint you, but all you know is all there is to know. He's like, okay, so it looks like they're building a Ranger, and that's all I know. Why do you jump to that conclusion?
Yeah, they're immediately Get a grip. We should bring that back.
Like Jason's the voice of reason, and he's the leader, so he should be. But even he is still jumping to that conclusion. He doesn't say, "Well, no, wait a minute. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they are using Tommy. You don't know." No, what he says is, "I'm sure they have a good reason for doing precisely what you have jumped to the conclusion of assuming that they're doing." Jeffrey, if you keep writing things like that, I'm gonna want to practice my Zed voice with it. He writes, "I am Lord Zed. I would like a smoothie now." I am Lord Zed. I want a smoothie.
Hey, Dad. So
hold on one second. Back Studios. Your Rangers just proved that this city's full of people who are dumb enough to never question anything in the slightest. Yeah.
So, do you know where
That's
they
grainy.
were
Why is that
making the White Ranger?
Some other place in the command center.
No, they were. No. Do you know where they were like shooting it?
Where do you think they were shooting it?
I think that they were actually just shooting it still in the command center, but like spooky lights.
Yeah, and they just put like a grate on top of it.
Because there's like a computer that's like off to the side, and there is almost that same computer.
Oh, okay.
It's right next to Alpha.
They might have built another one. They might have picked some of this set up and moved it. Sorry, we didn't tell you we were missing.
It's crazy how fast this is moving compared to the Green Ranger saga.
Yeah, and I would argue about as much is happening.
Yeah. It's almost like they learned their lesson, but I don't think that's what happened. But
not based on the first 3 episodes of the season.
Yeah.
What this really needs is a whole episode's worth of people driving around and stuff.
Man, we just drop it right into it.
Yep.
This is admittedly kind of cool when he falls down.
It's really cool. But that pose was always weird to me. It looks like he's in like the fetal position or something. And it looks like there's a panel in Reign of the Superman with Eradicator before Eradicator comes in that looks like that. Like in this stuff always reminded me of that in the Forces of Solitude. Okay, he's gonna take his helmet off, and then she's gonna faint because she's gonna see exactly who she should expect to see. Wouldn't it be great if after that shot it was just some guy just coming off, and then it's just, and we still haven't even revealed it. Gee, I wonder why she would faint. So the big thing I will complain about from last episode is that we saw him at all.
Oh man!
Did you see Zordon?
Every time Zordon laughs, it's hilarious. That is from the one footage they got of Fielding laughing.
I love how no one picked up Kimberly. They just all went to Tommy.
That always made me laugh. They just leave her on the floor.
She'll be fine.
Tommy, after she has dropped, not even checking to see if she has a concussion, goes, "Guess who's back?"
2 people, Billy and Kimberly, both said, "I don't believe it." They didn't even split up the lines. They just repeated them. Oh, that vest is not any better than the green one.
Yeah, Vax said the same thing you did before you said it. I love it. Nobody tries to grab Kimberly. They'll just let her hit the floor. She would faint if it was Rita in the suit. It'd been great if that was the foreshadowing from the previous episode.
It's a good thing that Tommy never gives the other Rangers his shield in this season, because he would look terrible.
Oh, okay, so they're all just stupid. So the reason they assume in the first place that he must have gone for somebody else instead of Tommy is because, well, Tommy lost his powers, so building a new Ranger, there's no way it's Tommy. Like, I get that Zordon has to explain that they made a new power coin, and that's supposed to be harder than this. I honestly don't know why they were that. They act like they can't. Like, why can't they now just have like 50 Power Rangers? What exactly is stopping them from doing that?
Yeah, he just said his powers were created but from the light of goodness.
Okay, there's no more of that left. We're done.
Or fresh out of light of goodness.
Fresh out of light of goodness. That's a shot.
That's cool.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jason should be like,
man, Jason should be throwing stuff.
Hang on now.
Whoa.
So he gets to look cool. Like, I am convinced that part of the reason this was such a big deal to people was because the show told us to lose our to lose our stuff about it. I really think that, because Zordon literally makes Tommy the leader because he looks cool, and from the moment he puts that suit on, he's not an idiot anymore, or at least not as much, not like he was.
Was the Green Ranger a leader too?
No. They treated him more like a rogue, that like not really a rogue, but just like an auxiliary ranger. Where like he looked cool and it was a big deal when he was there. Yeah, we're like they don't really need him. They just bring him in when things get real tough.
Yeah, he went from Wolverine. Here's exactly what happened with Wolverine. Wolverine was the side rogue character, and he became the leader for a little bit.
Yeah, but that happened slightly more gradually.
Yeah. This was
just, oh, you got a new suit, so now you're in charge, dude. Jason should be pissed. Like, he should be really losing his crap over this. But we don't have personalities in this show, so that's not going to happen. Or at the very least, we only have like flaws and jealousy and things when we decide that's a thing we're doing. In one episode. We can't have any complexity or nothing.
Nah. I always forget that he doesn't have his White Ranger song yet. He just has the.
I forgot we just went Go White Ranger. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Lord Zed's gonna get you, even though you're white now and the leader.
So this is weird because he's played by a child in the Sentai, so he's always like jumping around and acting goofy this episode. Did you notice that?
No, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, he's a kid in the Sentai, kind of like Justin.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
The first thing that someone says is, I do. Like,
he's got a talking sword. Like, I get why you'd have a kid ranger with a talking sword, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Shazam thing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. He was...
Rockman says, so if Zordon uses too much bleach on the uniforms, White Ranger? Lucas says, the closest thing we got to Jason being upset over Tommy is when he failed to save the Green Ranger powers. Yeah, that's right. And that kind of stuff never lasts. But yeah, there should have been a rivalry. Or the whole team should have called foul on Zordon.
Look at all the Japanese symbols behind him on the wall.
Yeah. But I always like that. That is a cool set.
Yeah, it looks cool. But this is interesting, though. That's their set. We usually do the set.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So we did go White Ranger instead of Green Ranger, but we also have this song?
That's so weird.
Why did you do that? It's like they thought they needed a transition, you know? It's like, yeah, the transition song.
You got to ease people into this song.
Dude, I was worried for a minute there with the episodes we were doing the other day that this was going to be stale for a while, and now we've got the most interesting stuff to talk about we've had so far.
Man, that's such a cool sword.
Oh, you know what? I should have gotten mine out for this. Can you go grab my Saba?
Yes.
Real quick, would you mind?
Yes.
I just forgot all about it. But yeah, I've got the Legacy Saba. Oh, Vac says not to be that guy, but those are actually Chinese because Die Ranger was sort of kind of China themed. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, cool. No, don't worry.
No. Feel free to be that guy. We appreciate learning.
Nobody was ninja themed.
That's what we're here for.
Here it is, you guys. Look, I got my Saba. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, let's turn him on.
Can you shoot a White Tiger Thunderbolt?
No, because that would destroy my TV, and then I couldn't do this commentary.
So is this cooler than the Dragon Zord because it can turn into its own Megazord?
Yes. I mean, that's why it's supposed to be cooler. I mean, the Dragon Zord is, I think, almost just objectively a cooler looking thing.
Yeah.
But I loved White Tiger growing up, man. I always wanted one. I have one now, but I didn't have one growing up.
He's a lot like the Magna Defender's bull, who also turns into its own Zord.
Cinematographic quotes the 95 movie and says, Captain Logan wants you guys to meet Sava. So something about turning into the, and I realize it's Sentai footage. I'm just making fun of this, but something about turning into the White Ranger makes Tommy constantly move his head.
Yeah.
Like they do a lot of like real exaggerated movements, but I've not seen a lot of this until just now. And yeah, what about what about? That's not a name I recognize. It says Dragon Zord is Godzilla. Mega Godzilla. That's probably why we love him so much. He's just Mega Godzilla.
Oh man.
Oh, I like that. Lucas Green says Dragon Zord don't need to transform. That's what makes it awesome. I like the idea that he would get stuck sometimes.
Well, this is interesting. They add him already, like right out the gate.
See, that's Jason showing some ingenuity and proving that he should still be the leader. Because he goes, oh, look, a thing I can ride on. I'm going to ride on it. I'm going to show Zordon, look, I'm the one beating these guys. And Tommy just gets ridden on.
Yeah, imagine if this was them, like if this was them not being happy with each other because they're both the leaders, they bump heads, and then at the end they work as a team like this.
You know what's funny about that idea is it sounds like a story.
Well,
this is one of the coolest things I own. Eric gave me this for my birthday last year.
yeah, I remember that video.
I think my birthday or Christmas. I can't remember now.
You were so excited.
No, maybe it was Christmas. I lost my mind. Yeah, it's gorgeous, man.
Megazord already too. Like combined, they're
And
doing.
Anybody that wants to make fun of me and call me a child for this, just remember what you chose to watch right now. Hey, you jumped on my head, on my head. This is also a good Megazord fight.
Yeah.
Well, they just try everything out real fast.
Everything.
But you got to give them that at least they're fighting 3 monsters, so it feels more necessary to do all that stuff, and they don't beat them in 6 seconds. Yeah. It's like 12, but it's not 6 seconds.
Well, it was when the monster died. Was she like, oh, my name is Morphin Mania? I thought that was what she was doing.
She said that.
I thought that was what she was doing.
Vac says it sounds like a story, Captain Logan, 2018. Dark Summer's Win, I'm not sure what you're talking about. He says, which Ranger was the one where a delinquent became the Red Ranger? Oh, you know what? Is that SPD?
I think it's SPD, yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? Yeah. That's a cool pilot.
And he's a legitimate ranger, or a legitimate actor, too.
I remember the acting in that show being a little bit better than normal.
Well, I mean, just like he's been in other things. I don't know. I don't remember how great it is, but.
Back Studio says, wait, they just shook hands. Left hands. It's time to come on. We thought we'd never have to listen to it again, but there it is.
She says it every time.
Okay, so I'm going to say it. That green screen's not terrible.
Yeah.
That looks all right.
That figure is cool. I wish that was the actual figure.
I mean, that looks ridiculous, but yeah.
But compared to the
this stuff looks like this is fun. We're like your worst nightmare. You can see the hinges.
That's a figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the joint in the figure.
I didn't know they did the I'm free again. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's really fun. And it's the first time it's in canon.
That should have been the after credit scene and in the movie is her getting out of the snow globe, being like, I'm free. There is an after credit scene, right?
Gone in a dumpster or something like that in 2017, so we could pull her out of it later.
Yeah, I don't remember. Doesn't she come out of the water? Like a zombie monster?
Oh yes. I just mean like at the end of that. They should have sent her off in one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That would have been cool. No, she gets dug out by fishermen, and then it happens the exact same day that the Rangers get their powers, even though she's been buried down there for 65 million years.
Whoa, so she doesn't stay. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, she comes back for 5 minutes and they throw her back, which I think is great. I mean, I say that's great. It's really convenient timing, of course. It's silly that those two things happen at the same time.
So Zordon can just zap things away into space. Why doesn't he do that
every time?
Any monster to Zed?
Every single time. Why doesn't he zap the moon and send Zed somewhere? And if you say, well, that would be cruel and unusual punishment, just remember, he doesn't have to breathe in space, probably. And also, when we go to the moon, neither everyone can breathe. Because the moon in this apparently has an atmosphere.
We haven't had a cake in forever.
No.
Let's add a cake.
Yeah, see, we're calling back the first season in like a...
Oh, no!
Like a cool way, you know?
Of course.
And on their head. We haven't done that in a while. Oh, and they're wearing like regular Broken Skull stuff. Yeah, it's almost like they're reminiscing about the past. Now, I'm not complaining like I did with Doomsday, obviously, but this also in some ways feels like the end of a season.
Oh, they called to it, though. He said it's good to know that some things never change.
Also, yeah. Jason said that
they did it on purpose.
So they got like
but that could have been a season finale, right?
A surprise cake for Tommy, and Jason said, "Oh, your surprise was not a better surprise than our cake surprise."
There we go. Well, you know, that holds up great.
Yeah. Not bad.
That made me remember why I like this show. Because sometimes doing this much of it at once, you need reminders a little bit. But yeah, White Light is still great. I always go back to White Light and go, oh yeah, that's right. This is actually a legitimately good episode. Because I always think it's important because that's the one where Tommy gets his White Ranger powers. But like, it's legitimately fun to watch.
Yeah, I remember there was a DVD in like the early 2000s that had like 10 different episodes, and this was on there, and Forever Red was on there.
Forever Red is on there.
A lot of good episodes.
Jason, I'm so glad you got to watch White Light with us, because I think this is the first like major episode you've got to be on. Were you on Doomsday? I don't think you were.
Yes, it was.
Were you on Doomsday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was on
you had to do some major
stuff of
Green with Evil.
Green with Evil.
You did like the first couple or the last couple, yeah.
Last couple.
Well,
4 or 5.
Everybody, thanks a lot for watching. This has been some of the most fun we've had so far. So hope you enjoyed it. This was a real special episode for me. I'm really glad.
Why is everyone pressing
so many folks popped in. Because Cinematographic wrote press F for Green Ranger, and then everyone wrote F. I'm not sure what that's about, but maybe it's just you press F if you like Green Ranger. But I don't know why we're pressing F. Here I'll follow suit. Sure. F. There, I have also now pressed F. I don't know why we're doing that. Anyway, everybody, thanks as always for watching. We sure appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Morphin Mania, special longer edition. Tomorrow we're going to do 2 for 1 and opposites attract and Zed's Monster Mash. We're going to have to do 3 next time because then we have a 3-parter right after it, DJ. So, bat shooting tonight. DJ and I are going to have to decide if we're going to do 9 or we're just going to end with, I don't think I can do 9. I think I've got too much to do. But, so I think it's going to be just 2 Morphin Mania shows tonight, but with the normal number of episodes. So anyway, thanks as always for watching. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and we will see you again next time. If you are watching live, stick with us because we are going to do another batch of 3. I am Captain Logan. This is Jason.
No, it was me. It was me, but it will not be me.
And DJ.
Yeah, that's me. Jason is never the same person more than once. He's always growing.
It's real existential, yeah. We're never, it's real philosophical. We're never the same from moment to moment. We'll see you later, folks.
Stagnant. I am DJ.
every time, all the time. Bye, everybody.